stand down quite easily. And I think right now, Analog has just given the enemies a free target every single time they're going to be running towards the SF. So the support single matchup okay for the Storm Spirit, and the TA isn't winning versus an Axe. So
coming in from
you
the
need that one
Warlock
to go well.
Analog could be in trouble and die. He gets an offensive heal on him, and he's going to drop to nothing to say. First blood for the Storm Spirit.
Okay, he's going to be pressuring the top lane to alleviate the pressure from the SF. That is very cool coming out from Whisper.
Planet fighting versus KJ. That XP rune had already been taken away. Now cancels the teleport, and KJ can he find a deny of the Hellbear? No, attack speed, 2 points in liquid fire. Want to let the enemy Storm Spirit have runes, literally runes. That's what this hero is all about, because now with that arcane pop jumping onto King Jungles, there will be another kill off of the Abba. And a third kill for the Storm Spirit, and they're committing hard onto Yuma. Schofield level 5, but Analog coming in. He might be able to land a Requiem, but he just lands the Shadow Raises, and the third one connects. Analog picks this one up of this, and honestly, if I were Analog, I'd be shaking my head right now that this has got to be the most unluckiest game he's had from the mid position. And that shield is up on Storm, so he's a tanky target. Vacuum comes in. Schofield, Echo Slam, burn him up. They'll get the kill this time around. They missed it last time. They got it now.
He has been moving around the map quite a lot, and this is one of them where I think he's going to be playing with the axe a lot.
That's a lot of people coming through, and an Echo Slam set up for Heroic. They've already dropped down to half. Just need somebody to close it up, and Shaker's going to channel his way to the other side of the gate, and Whisper is done for. Planet does die. 1-for-1 trade. If only there was a little bit extra damage for Heroic to apply.
Playing out of their mind, sure.
They are.
They did lose Whisper, but it looked beautiful.
They caught themselves a Shadow Fiend, and Bach just waiting for the smack in the face. Doesn't get it. Nothing to say. Dies to the explosion. And Bach is in trouble of King Jungles maybe hunting him down. That shield to explode. They're trying to hold it as long as possible so Bach doesn't die to it. And King Jungles popping his ult. The Schofield coming in, and Yuma dropping in. Oh, Ursa's taking a lot of damage from the side blades as Planet falls, so the Ursa comes in and runs out instantly. It's like, hell no. Blink Battle Fury Ursa. I was wondering, why are all my camps empty here? Who's been farming these? And he's under vision, and Whisper is moving in with Schofield, setting up on the Ursa, dropping low, and they follow it up perfectly. Who needs a Shadow Fiend for the damage when these two can bring it all? But nothing to say with an AD rune, takes down Schofield. They would need a whole lot more to make this trade good. This is great for Heroic. Most importantly, those saves. At least we got a 4-staff on Jakiro and Glimmer Cape as well, as we see a combo coming out from the top lane, but the turn is even better from Tidebound. Super careful here because he just showed himself next to that smoke gank, and they go for the instant jump on him, and no reactionary TP is going to be fast enough. Whisper finishes and arrives, and the rest are coming in. They're coming in from the back as well by Schofield. Echo in 6. Echo in 6. Yuma is going to be the bait here. It needs to work out. Fissure's stun comes out. Schofield loading up. The Echo is ready, but they are all BKB'd up, and Yuma is dead. Schofield has to retreat too.
Unfortunately, then they give an extra kill because they were trying to bait.
And Bach finds another. That's onto the Earthshaker. Gets the Echo off into the back wall, and Analog to follow here. Bach, without that BKB, is gone. And nothing to say, is really low on mana. So he'll only have a very short zap forward. Planet able to zone out the cores. So that will be enough for him. Warlock TP's out. There's still a TP coming in from the TA2. Yuma just needs to read it correct. Where's nothing to say? He finds him 4-staff forward as well. Going for the TP side blades. Not connecting. Suspecting he probably 4-staffed onto the high ground and TP'd out. Meanwhile, Whisper chasing Planet. And Roshan will die now, but unfortunately not enough for the deny. And here comes the ult from SF. The Requiem blows up Bach, and Shiro is on the run, but that Aegis is out. Planet, 4 seconds. 4 seconds on Macropire. If you could just set it up on the stairs maybe, but Warlock's TPing away. Planet's getting out. Shiro is running away. They found the Warlock. They'll get the support kill. And now onto Ursa to continue with the chase. Whisper right on top of him. Takes a few nasty hits from Shiro. He has to pop the BKB. Panics a bit there too, but Shiro turning around. Another Yule's being sent up on him. And he's being hit. He jumps over the fissure line, and he is out to safety. But the Echo Slam is used. They need to get this kill now, and they will. As they use a lot of resources for this fight, it goes against an Aegis. Analog He sees them coming in. They see all of them, and he's just going to Requiem off of the high ground. And now running away as well. But they are fighting on the side. King Jungles. Ulti almost popped. Shaker, they are getting in position. Here comes the Darkseer and the TA. Planet watching on the side as King Jungles gets up, though. They got the Fissure combo on the Echo Sun, almost taking down Nothing to Say, but he makes his way out. Bach now fighting versus Yuma, pushing away the action, snipes him down with a Melt Strike. Whisper with Analog on the side here, getting closer and closer. Warlock wants to give his life away, so this Ursa could have a chance at escaping. The Fissure cancels Jakiro's TP. With Analog's position, they were waiting for them to walk in.
He doesn't have a BKB.
Requiem, and now Nothing to Say just dies in a very unexpected fashion. By Nothing to Say, they're in the triangle, under Radiant Vision. If they pop here, Bach goes in deep, blinks out. Whisper catches 4 Novak, big one. An instant BKB reaction from Bach and from Nothing to Say. And Whisper setting it all up. The man we just mentioned having a great game just might have made the biggest play, because Tidebound is going to pay a heavy price for it. Bach is dead, and catching Planet with the blink in from Analog's Ags ulti. Catching the Jakiro, they get 2. But if they got more into that vacuum wall instantly, Ursa waiting for the call to go in. There's the call, but the blink reaction is faster, and the vac wall onto Whisper catches another 3 heroes on the second one, and they drop the golem in defensive mode, but Shiro down to half HP. Y is about to die. The Warlock does throw in the porridge to try and buy some time. He knows he has a buyback.
The reason that game isn't over is because Nothing to Say found the Shaker in the backlines. He would have destroyed everybody, but the storm prevented him from blinking in. Would have been
Shiro jumping in on Yuma. Remember, the Aegis is still there. There's the whack wall coming out from Whisper, and the Requiem to follow. Jakiro down. Shiro targeted Abyssal onto Yuma. Bach is coming in with the call. Tries to make some work up, but Yuma's finished off Shiro. And Y's running away. And Ursa's not coming back for 90, so that's it. No buyback, Ursa. It's GG. Heroic take the lead in the series.
Interesting fact, the TA got she got the Satanic in this game. And I think it's just another way to burst things off. I don't think he was ever thinking he's going to be dropping low or something, but you just have so many slows and stuff on the other side that you really want those purged off, so if need be. And you definitely needed some initiation if you want to combo it up with an SF, right? Something to jump in and to set up so that you can do the DA to run you down, but because he got stunned, he managed to get away. Still, I think Tidebound made a mistake. Oh, he's gonna die now. One more.
Is he gonna die though? There we go. Finally, Yuma finds it. Refraction soaking up the tower hits. Bach is still here. TA is not coming to the rescue either. So running out of kind of running out of mana. KJ, you're gonna have to give up on this mission. Oh, he keeps walking in and out. It's really trying to frustrate them here, hoping for his eye over the camp, but no such luck. Well, gives it. TP coming in from bottoms. Planet's here. Fully refreshed. Shiro though.
Solo.
Melting to that wolf, just chewing him down. Whisper also now hitting level 6, has the phase shift, the shape shift. And they get a second kill off of Planet. TP coming in from the DK, and Bach also rolling in. And they're going to target KJ. Of course, they're going to target the Undying once again. You got your favorite hero, but you're not going to have your favorite time.
Yeah, he didn't stay dead for long last time. He had the Ceaseless Dirge, but this time around he will...
Nothing to do to defend this tower at the moment. Puck's still coming in, though, and that catapult finishes it off. But the Tombstone placed down on the ground. They'll take the fight towards Tidebound. Nothing to Say. 500 HP, still almost a full magic wand. And Rolling Thunder from Bach, but Schofield dies first. King Jungles living for now. And Shiro getting a lot of punches in, but that Tombstone remains, and it's been around for quite a long time. A Vessel onto Analog. Bach finds a kill on him, too, making it 3 for 1. And they even clean up the army of the Lycan. So Whisper, 25 seconds off for Shapeshift. And no tower around. This chase could last for a while.
No boost.
He finally got that that shield crash. Slows him down. Nuke him up. Get Whisper. Get 4 kills.
Bail, which is probably the safer move. Or you try to defend because your TA is strong enough. And then if you lose the fight, the game might just be gone for you. So safer choice. Just let it go.
Yeah, King Jungles gives his life out, but now they're coming toward the defenses. They used quite a lot on that first kill. Ogre Magi down. Yuma right-clicking him away. Bach does roll out with the stuns, and Yuma's getting heavy targets here from all three heroes, and he's about to drop, and he's gone. Nothing to say with the stun, finishes him off. They do trade the DK at least for Whisper. It's not really worth it, especially when the Slyken is taking your tier 2 tower for free with Planet sitting right next to him. Hello. He's going to have to shapeshift out, and you're in a stun lock. That's going to be really hard to get out of. 3 versus 1. Whisper dead. Shapeshift gone. Tower saved.
I knew about that, but it has been there for a long time. I was like, yeah,
it has. That just tells how much I play Ogre. I do not. And meanwhile, hookshot initiation. Nothing to say. Lives with 100, but not long enough because Whisper's army is already hitting the back. They're not dead on the side of Heroic at all. Shiro has also forced out his Requiem. Boss ulti's running out. They need to run. Coil has been used, though. And Analog ready to blink in to get onto Shiro. The zombies are getting vision. Whisper's coming in from the side. And they're going to get tearing themselves a kill on Pach, maybe. But the Aegis is down. And they need to consider, do we stay and save this SF? Because it's not looking too hot. And we got to do something. But we're losing hero after hero. 3 heroes down. And on to the Pango they go. They'll get Bach, too. And make that a 4th kill for Heroic. Successful base defense, tier 3 held, no buybacks needed. Nobody dies, we kill everybody.
And
a little bit of vengeance here in the live pictures as they're jumping a Lycan and killing off Whisper. 50 seconds out, he did actually use that shapeshift, but didn't get to escape with it.
The bonus.
Bonus killed by the looks of it, King Jungles. Not tanky enough, even if he has that Solar Crest throughout this game.
Well, that mid lane fight where the Tidebound went high ground really did change a lot.
And it could change even more. Yuma's got a lot of damage, and Bach's got no ulti here. This Pango's going to be in trouble. Nice Schofield jumps in with a hook shot, finishes off Planet, big streak taken away, and they're cleaning up the army of Whisper. That Requiem is a zoning ulti, but this Clockwork is just throwing in more and more rocket flares, slowing him down with the numbers. They spot nothing to say. Yuma's got no blink right now, but the hook shot is enough to close the gap, and they bring him in. Tries to TP out, but the damage is too much, so his BKB is gone, his TP is gone, their tower is history, and Heroic's already moving in deep here. It does have that Ghost Scepter, so happy to move in deep like that. Analog, 20 seconds for a coil. Hook shot is up now.
SF has a butterfly, so...
Going him down, Shiro. Getting pummeled here. Yuma standing in between, so Schofield can't hookshot in, so he jumps onto the back and finds Planet instead. Why? Getting deleted with Shiro. And that's an SF gone for 60 seconds, forcing out that high ground glyph from that tier 3 tower. With numbers. And King Jungles doesn't blink to the high ground. He's not successful, but he goes for the grab ally. He's hidden in the tombstone. Stunned for now, and they're all inside the cogs of Schofield, but they're spreading the fight. Team Tidebound, they have a chance here. Bach is keeping that TA busy. Finally, the BKB comes out from Yuma. Pokes Bach, forces him down, away from him. Shiro is also struggling with his hits, but Yuma is not feeling too great either. They're trying to get closer to the TA. Another missed hook shot by Schofield. Getting slowed down by those rockets, though. Analog finishes off the next one, and Shiro dies. They did not get to Yuma in time, and here's the turn.
Now everybody's
the Clockwork, even if he misses the hook shot, he's still slowing them down enough with that Aghanims. And those rockets keep them stuck on the ground, and they're chasing for a target they cannot reach, Harry.
Now with him having the Lincolns, there's almost no chances of them locking him down and killing him unless he makes a major mistake.
KJ brings them in again. It's the same thing over and over again. You want to jump
Bach found the backline
on an Undying. It's not going to work. And they've got Bach on their sights, and he's not rolling out this time. He's dead for 70. 5 versus 4. A definite situation for Heroic. A Whisper did use. And now they're coming in.
Just go in.
Approaching on the fight. Schofield found, actually, with that blink in from Bach. Nice. But he got the Ghost Scepter out first before any damage went through. King Jungle's the next one being targeted, and here comes the damage from Heroic. They start setting themselves up on targets. Bach is down to half. Y is dropped down to half. They're stunned on the high ground for now, but Yuma getting saved with the force staff. There's the hookshot coming in as well onto the DK, and they're going to be able to take down Bach. He's already down to 100 HP, but they actually take down the TA, and they're 4-4. They were going to find themselves another, and Whisper falls too. Tidebound getting to breathe a bit of life into this game, but their tier 4s are taking damage, and nothing to say had to save the top lane of Rax, but the fight's not fully over. Shiro has been left all alone, and Analog's coming in with the boys. King Jungles and Schofield hope to get the kill on him. Schofield getting stunned, Shiro getting killed by the puck, and Bach is now having to intervene to jump on King Jungles, get that gem out. They'll find a couple kills off of Heroic without the cost of buybacks this time around, successful in doing so. There they are revealed, the cookies thrown out. Analog just spamming more and more of those orbs into the pit.
Is he gonna go?
I was thinking about it, but Box
baiting
oh, I got the Aegis still, at least. They were picking everything
Just
else down to the ground, not even thinking that the Aegis is not being picked up right away. They're like, they probably have full inventories or something as they're getting refreshers, they're getting cheeses, whatnot.
Right, we're so far behind. Let's go with the most dumb play it might work out. Unfortunately, it didn't.
Oh, now they force the BKB off of the DK, but he's going to get hit by that 25 talent stun. And he's not out of it yet. Shiro fighting versus Analog, and Yuma, he's getting slowed quite drastically here. This TA is going to need an ally to help him out.
Here comes
Schofield's
Analog.
coming in finally here to help out on Analog to reply with the pokes. They can take down Bach, and King Jungles finally falling as well to nothing to say. That, I mean, talking about you need some backup. Coming in with the classic smoke inside the enemy base from the empty lane. Such an old school move, and it works out. Shiro hit by the coil. Not soaking up big hits just quite yet from this coil, but low enough have to pop the cheese on it, and I think that's another victory for Heroic. Whisper is trying to rat the melee Rax, only got 800 damage dealt to it. In Jungles, it's actually nullified by the looks of it because he just blows up.
Yep.
Another nullifier thrown onto Bach.
He's back alive. He's going to be coming in anyways.
Yuma hammering away big hits on Bach and stuck on the low ground, panicking maybe a little bit here. That might just lose his life
Shield
here.
crash.
And nothing to say coming in with a stun. And now Shiro hammering going with the grab
save.
ally comes out from King Jungles. Buys time for Yuma to get his BKB off, but he's still needing some help. He needs to get out of harm's way. And Analog, 13 seconds for another coil to be up, but that damage and that time was enough for the Mega Creeps to be claimed. See what they can do now. They're ready to jump. Planet comes out of the base. And why? Both supports in peril. Blank stun comes out with that melt strike, and they finish off the Ogre. Nothing to say in between. Bach does get his Rolling Thunder out, but they're not really getting to hit the Templar Assassin, and Puck disappears from vision. Requiem comes out, connects on Yuma, but a very minimal effect, and Bach is dropping. He's dropping low. Meld Bash once again. Pango dropping, but not dying just quite yet. Has a bit more of a barrier. Blinks away. Whisper dies. Ancient open. But it's not over yet. 4v4. Yuma trying to look for an angle in. Has to work out with those illusions for now. The Ancient
go for the throne. They're smoking out. They got scanned, but their base is already swarmed by creeps.
Oh boy, there's not a whole lot of time. Whispers, big creep is there, and they're sending Bach to defend, and they're coming back as well. Why? They run into Clockwork. He just blinks away. He finds them outside of the base, and Whispers like, is this my time to shine? But they're probably already TPing back, as they are. Shiro is here, trying to cut somebody off. Planet is caught. He did actually dodge with the Outworld Staff. That hookshot did not connect, but the coil does, and he's stunned. Planet dying here, and he's not getting the backup just quite yet, but just in time maybe to keep him alive, as Schofield is dead, and King Jungle's dead too. Heroic couldn't capitalize on Planet. That Outworld Staff dodge is enough to save Planet.
To the damage department. Okay, I see. A rapier on the TA. They've had enough as well. They want people to die.
That Axe is also a huge buff for this TA. Still hasn't been picked up. Analog. Puck is dead. Tidebound exit the base. Find a success on a kill, and Whisper is going to the Ancient again. Why? In the base defense, but in the jungle, we're fighting. Nothing to say. Refreshes up. Shiro is here. Grab ally comes out just in time to save Whisper. He's on the run, gets stunned again. Does have that Hex, but that Hex goes into a BKB, or actually doesn't really hit. Nothing to say. Shiro just tears them apart, and they've lost 4 heroes on Heroic. And Tidebound have found themselves a tool forward. Yuma, though, keeps that rapier. But King Jungles and Yuma nearby. King Jungles found Yuma, turns around, and they look for an initiation. Yuma instantly 4 steps away after the blink, and Schofield is deleted. Now, I think one way is to just try and disrupt and interrupt them from getting back to base. Could be a way for Heroic, but Tidebound know about this as well. Tidebound, nothing to say with the BKB. The coil connected. They've got Y. They're going on Shiro. Ogre buys back. Clockwork buys back. Satanic heal keeps the Shadow Fiend alive. Yuma running out of refraction charges. Resets on the side. Gets the Melt Bash. And Shiro down. And a Rapier down on the ground as well. Now he's doubled his damage. And TA hits for 1,000 right now. Is that it? Is that it, Harry?
5 seconds.
I don't know.
For if you kill somebody, but you get the 5 seconds anyways.
Okay, so you do get the 5 seconds just extended. There we
is
go,
this
but
over?
the coil play, and Ogre is in trouble. He's down and gone for 110, and Yuma getting pummeled. Bach controlling him. TA's down as well for the first time. No, the Aegis is still there, and Yuma is standing for now.
Second tombstone.
Let's see what they can do with the Shadow Fiend, trying to get the Requiem off, but no siree, that is taken away from him. Shiro down for 2 minutes, and Heroic should have done what was looking like an impossible task for a while. The stalemate is looking to come to an end. Bach is trying to slow him down, and this DK, was he unkillable? He is dead. And that is also Tidebound's tournament run coming to an end. Heroic 2-0.
Finally, man, they got the mega creeps. I think at around 40 minutes of this game.